Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los. Rumble Aldo NICE is the uncle.
It's that time again, and I couldn't be more excited. Wasn't sure that was actually going to get to this point, and I'm still unsure how we're going to see it through, but football is here. I couldn't be more excited, and just with that excitement, a thought sparked, and with this just brings me to my next point. I need all you expert fantasy football GMs to step to the front of the congregation, bro. It's my time to give y'all my little 2 cents or whatever, bro. Because some people is really nice at fantasy football, right? That really got some experience, that really, know football. But for all you people that talk a good game, think y'all really nice, the ones that be drafting quarterbacks within the first 5 rounds, all you clowns that think y'all really nice, but it really be luck. For instance, did you know last year that Big Ben was just going to be out the game like that? Did you know old boy from Kansas City, running back Williams, just was going to, act the ass like he did? I would like to think he didn't. So I just hope that y'all all keep y'all fantasy football chatter to yourself and just look, GM y'all team the best way so y'all can be successful, bruh. And don't be no chatty patties.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Rumble be talking like he got fantasy football chops. I've only been, he was in the Best Friend Weekend League, I think, a couple of years ago, and he was average at best. I don't know this fantasy football chops he's speaking of.
I don't think he finished in the top 4 or 5.
I don't think so either. But the go-to excuse for individuals in that case, they always be like, man, that ain't my real league. I ain't got no real money on that one.
Yeah. That's definitely the ongoing excuse.
I got a couple of partners.
Not good at it.
I got a couple of partners who actually did say they're sitting out fantasy this year because it just takes too much time and effort. And I think to be good at fantasy football, you need time. Time is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
you need to have the time to sit down,
especially for the draft.
Yeah, well, the draft you don't win and lose fantasy football in the draft. Raj, go ahead.
There you go. Yeah, so it's not about the draft. Honestly, it's good to have a good draft. Definitely. I mean, that goes without saying. But you need to have time to think about it, to make sure that you're the first person after the waiver wire, potentially. Mm-hmm. So I need to be up at midnight on Wednesday night when the waiver wire closes. Some people don't have that kind of time, but the people that do would make for a better fantasy football player.
Yeah, I mean, but
that's funny you say that because the few I've been good at and kind of finished decently, like 1, 2, 3, I just wake up like at 11:30 on Sunday, and whoever I got, I'll play, depending on the matchup.
Well, as Rumble said, that's what we refer to as luck. Because they got people who's sitting there, literally, there's somebody in your league. I'm in 2 high money leagues, and you can tell the difference. Somebody's usually in that league reading, they might have a subscription to what's one of these things? Fantasy Pros, Roto World, one of these things they pay
trading people all the time.
No, Smiths.
Yeah, they go to this Lowe's. And they'll say, these are the top 5 waiver wire pickups. Get them. And they'll know. And then, in a lot of the leagues I'm in, you can put in your waiver request. And then, as soon as the waiver wire time hits, this is going to take it in order of the waivers, right, Raj? But you saying, not to waste your waiver wire space by waiting until right after, when you can pick them up as a free agent and do it like that. That's what you're saying, right? Stand up at 2
Yeah, because you don't always have the luxury of being first on the waiver wire. I imagine, let's say Nyheim Hines didn't get drafted. He's not, if you don't have the first waiver pickup, then you're not going to get him. Yeah. And so you need to be ready for that second wave, that second wave of, this person got hurt. I need to be on it. Mm-hmm. I need to know that, damn, Michael Thomas got hurt. So I need to go ahead and pick up Traquan Smith like that. Easily. I'm not saying that that's a practical example, but it is a practical example, but I'm not saying that that's actually what's going on.
Yeah.
The other thing is you talked about these sites and whatnot, and I think that this is a very healthy talk because fantasy football is for everyone. It's not like you got to know football. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just got to have time. That's it.
Yeah, old ladies at work play fantasy football with me.
Yeah. For anyone can play fantasy football. So this one isn't just for the fellas. There's fantasy pros in those paid sites. They'll analyze your team for you, make sure that you're playing the best possible roster, and that you and analyze also if you upload your Yahoo League into it, they'll look and say you need to pick up this dude and drop this dude and like look.
My question is,
that's crazy.
How much money are you playing for to put all that effort into that?
That's variable. So I'm in a league that's a $60 buy-in. It's a 10-team league, so that means you would win, $500. Let's say. And there's people that are in $1,000 leagues. So if I'm in a $1,000 league, I might have to buy into something like that.
Yeah, $1,000 buy-in.
Yeah,
$1,000 buy-in.
No, they got.
Yeah, see,
some of them boys in the NFL
I see you doing all
playing
that
like
for
some like $100,000 buy-in leagues, man.
Yeah, I can see you doing that then. If you're doing if you putting that money up for $50, I ain't doing all that.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, it's not worth it for that. But I mean, there's still a bunch of free things that'll pop up like, hey, these are some good waiver wire pickups, and these are some people that you should do. And, you should look at that based upon your team and based upon, like, where you anticipate you'll be. Like Rumble said, it's like a lot. Some of it is luck. Some of it is... But, it's luck and skill. Because, listen, this was the first week of fantasy. I'm not going to go too far down the rabbit hole. But this week, I won a game against the defending champion in my biggest money league. And then in my other league, I lost to a dude who picked 4 quarterbacks in the draft. Like, how does this? But you want to know how I lost? Who?
Quarterbacks?
No, I had the Titans kicker.
Oh yeah,
and I got minus 15 points.
Blew everything.
He
blew everything.
Yeah, kicking game is real in these leagues, man.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing that'll kill you. But it's a 1 quarterback league, right? You can only play one and he picked 4. It's ridiculous. Taysom Hill's one of them. I guess he thought he could play him at other positions. He can't.
Flex.
He cannot. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, that was an interesting take, Rumble. Fantasy football, like you said, is for everyone. So I mean, hopefully y'all got some good teams playing some cool things this year. And all of that good stuff, man. But while we talking about football, let me tell you a couple of things that burned my Boudin this week about football. The first thing is the people who out here talking about ratings are down.
They lying.
Who said that?
Oh man, all of these, man, I'm not watching. Nobody's watching. Too bad the NFL's ratings are way down. Donald Trump said that, Roger. Donald Trump said that.
Super fake news.
That football ratings are down.
From what I understand, that the Saints versus
the Bucks,
whoever the Saints played this past week, the Saints and Bucks game was like the most watched football game since 2016.
25 million views. Best week 1 game since 2016. Most watched TV show on TV since the Super Bowl. Most streamed Fox NFL regular season game ever.
Well, did you see the stands?
Empty.
So if those people weren't at the game,
yes, Raj,
what are
watching.
they doing?
I love it, Raj. I love it because this is the note I wrote. People are not in the bars and they're not at the stadiums.
I ain't gonna lie. It's some folks at the bars now.
Well, yeah, but
it's not as many.
Generally,
not as many.
The bars have capacity limits now, so if 17% is typically what it is around here. So that means that them other math,
other 83.
83% of people.
What's the Al math?
They're at home watching the game.
Yeah. Hey, the thing out in Houston, the capacity is at 206%.
Here's another
especially
thing
at Prospect
that
Park.
kind of help ratings out. That TVs count how many people you have at your house watching the game.
Stop it.
Yeah, I noticed that about TV. They know how many people you have. Yeah, I remember I saw that. That little upgrade. You just got to update it. You hit the volume twice, up, down, and then 5.
And then your phone's gonna start getting messages about the game while you're watching the game at somebody else.
All your commercials on IG gonna be about all your little things on ads on IG and Facebook gonna be whatever game you're watching.
Saints mask,
Yeah.
and like
Cam Newton hats.
That boy. No, yeah. There's no way that could be true. The NFL is like if there's something that people were sitting down waiting to watch, it was football.
Definitely,
it's
football.
Like these, but it's like this big thing. Like I'm always in my comments on the Facebook comments. Everybody under the Saints is like, "You sold out America. We're not watching. Nobody's watching. Too bad. I'll be doing other things." Like literally, son. The Saints, so it got to the point last week where people were like responding. Like, shut up. If you don't want to watch, just say you're not going to. Just don't say you're not going to watch. Just unfollow the Saints page. Stop commenting on everything saying that you're not going to watch. You sound stupid. Dude.
They're watching it while they lying.
When the Saints posted that thing today talking about the most views since 2016, people was all under there just clowning. Like, but I thought y'all wasn't watching though. Yeah, cutting. Y'all watching that football. Man, let me tell you another thing. That burned my Boudin, but it's more sports, not just football. Niggas who called it burned my Boudin. For example, last week we had the homie Dre Hype. This podcast is brought to you by Dre Hype on the 1
Shout out Dre.
Yeah, shout out to Dre.
He came through in the clutch.
Yes he did. Dre posted a something that a text message conversation he was having with someone. And it said, and he wrote, and this was 2 weeks ago, "I wouldn't be surprised at all if Denver knocks off the Clippers." And then the dude responded, Kawhi licking his lips. And then DeAndre was like, "Maybe, but Jamal Murray ain't Luka and Joker ain't Porzingis. It's fitting to get real." So then he reposted it like, nigga called it. Man, this is a binary choice. You know what I mean, Los? Like when I called that Lawrence had that woman pregnant on Insecure, there's a million different things that could have happened. I called it that was going to be the one thing that was going to happen. Cause don't just tell me two teams playing against each other and one of them end up winning the series and you called it. Nigga, it was a 50-50 chance. Show me all of the stuff when you didn't call it.
Yeah. Now, if you just said Kawhi Leonard wasn't gonna have no points in the fourth quarter, and Paul George was gonna be shooting that thing off the side of the backboard.
Hey, you know what's let me tell you. Let me actually give you an example that hit close to home. Literally. So there's a bunch of things. There's only 2 things that could have happened, but those are also 2 professional teams, kind of on the same level.
Yeah.
I saw someone call a UL game.
Okay.
And said, that to me that's a little bit like if you called that UL was gonna beat Iowa State, that holds a little bit more clout than saying that the Nuggets was gonna beat
that's kind of the same.
A little, it's the same a little bit, Raj. But I think if you could convince me that it had a little bit more validity if the message was UL is gonna beat Iowa State because their defense is ranked like this, they will not let them score a bunch of points,
and
you kind of give the blueprint to how they're gonna win. That feels more like, oh, you called it. Dog. You knew what you was talking about.
I didn't know UL. I didn't know their defense that fast.
Yeah, the boys was out there killing it. But
I had no clue they were that fast.
I can see, but Raj, I feel like multiple people would have been like, I bet UL gonna win today.
Yeah, just on some. I'm gonna just try to get lucky today, but they got a guy. The reason why I say that is I was chilling. This podcast is actually brought to you by my boy T Mac.
Okay,
I'm chilling with T Mac, and he was like, "Look, they got this dude. He like a Houdini, and he choose the winners all the time. Look, I'm telling you, like he write a lot. Pick UL. The guy didn't have no rationale. He posted a picture of himself in a little." One of them little like kind of Harriet Tubman magic hats, and had a picture of UL like
Harriet Tubman magic hats.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I do. That's the sad.
It's got a little jewel on it, and a feather.
When the Mama Oldies.
That dude's stupid, dog.
Mama Odie, yeah, exactly.
Prince and the Frog.
Okay, I need y'all to stop, both of y'all. But no, I get it. You can call it. And I'm all about people calling it. I just want some substance behind I called it. You know what I mean? And I think the bigger the upset, Like anybody can say that's like, oh, I called it. Trump was going to win president. It's a binary choice. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Like, yeah. Anyway, niggas who called it burned my Boudin. Let me tell you the last thing that burns my Boudin. Let me tell you the last thing that burned my Boudin. And this is work specific. When your when your camera is off on Zoom, and they still ask you a question.
Hey man, my thing is this, right? I'm not engaged at this point. It's like me having my head down. You ask me a question.
I think it's like me going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm absent right now.
And you ask me a question. What are you doing? Why are you asking me a question?
What are you talking about? I'm peeing right now. It's 9:30. I had to take a shit. Why are you coming here asking me, hey, how do you feel about this? Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't like it either. I actually kind of don't really like the like introduction where it's like, hey, we like to have everyone on camera. I don't really like that much either. Like if I just decide to not be on camera, like so many things could be happening because there's just so many people that are in different parts of their day, especially in the industry I work in. There's some people that work, overnight. There's some people that are, so like I might be getting on a Zoom call with someone that's about to get off or on their lunch break or just getting to work. And for you to just say, oh, I need everybody on camera. Like I could be eating. Yeah. I'm not going to eat on the Zoom call. Like just respect the fact that like I'm here. I'm engaged. I'll do something.
Well, I have to.
I'll listen.
In that, I hate when people ask me a question when my camera's off on Zoom. But I'm going to have to go ahead on and take a step back and say that
you have asked questions while my camera was off.
I've definitely done it. I mean, I teach all of my classes on Zoom, so I have. But it's because I've been told that when people's like at the beginning of the meeting, I tell people to put their camera on unless impossible to have it on, because that is
what is impossible to have it on. They said the same thing. What is impossible to have my camera?
My thing
what
is,
does that look
okay.
like?
So the thing is accountability, right? And if somebody's just like turns it on, like logs in and then just throws their camera throws their phone in the corner and don't get anything out of the program that they're my class that they're in, and at the end when they take their assessments, they're like, oh, this class was terrible, and they mess up the stats. I never knew that they were there and engaged in doing something. If they don't, I have to know that they're engaged. So
I get that part.
But my question, I know what your question was. Your question was, what is a situation where you can't have your camera on? Well, I mean,
breastfeed.
No, I mean it's a lot of different things. Like I'm driving somewhere and I'm driving, but I'm participating right now, or like because you're not supposed to have your phone open like that. That wouldn't make sense. Like you just said, maybe I got diarrhea. And I'm on the toilet the whole time. Like, there's things where somebody could like inbox me and say, "Hey, bro, Alan, man, look, these people at my house, and whatever, something. I'm breastfeeding, whatever." And I'll be like, "Okay," but I think it's just you got to tell the person who's facilitating what your issue is.
Getting a haircut, man. I'll be there in a minute.
See, like you see, that don't fly to me because that feel like kind of like
disrespectful.
Yeah, you just purposefully not doing what you... Hey, they had a little dude on my meeting the other day. That boy put down his put down his phone. Oh, no, he didn't put down his phone. He stood up and he kind of like kicked his computer a little bit when he stood up to go to the bathroom or something. And his computer turned, and I could see he had that 2K on paused.
This wasn't
and when that man came back, he sat down.
I know you was high.
And I saw him unpause it, cutting. I sent him a direct message, like a personal message. It was like, "Say,
get off the game.
Get off the game.
Get off that 2K." You should have said, "What's your gamer tag?" And then just monitored him from now on.
Like, hey, I'm gonna need you to get off the game.
Yeah, like imagine you being on that 2K as well, and then that man signs on, and it says, unengaged educator has just signed on currently in an exhibition match
with the computer
2120
with unengaged teacher
with doing too much educator and unengaged student. No, y'all stupid. I don't like neither one of y'all, bro. Hey,
the battle of the unengaged.
I got a question for y'all, man. Listen, people who got hyphenated last names, they don't burn my boudin. It's just, I just feel it's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
It's only if your mom and them gave you them two names. But I don't like if you get married and hyphenate your name.
All of that's weird. But I'm just asking this question about it. What's their initials? Like
your first name, middle name, and your two last names.
No, you can't have four initials.
Yes, you can.
Four initials. No.
Yes, you can.
No. The reason I think about it is because I've been trying to put like hyphenated last name people, or not even hyphenated, just two last name daddies. And I be trying to put them in the, I guess it's hyphenated, yeah. I be trying to put them in like alphabetical order. And I don't know if to use that last name or the first last name.
Oh, you go with the first one. You go with the
first
first one then. You go with the first one.
I think so too, but I don't know for a fact.
I mean, why would I feel like the first one is the most important one though? Why would you put the most important one?
But the first one is usually their maiden one.
Yeah, that's the most important.
That's wild. See, I'm just tacking
I'm
your last name on
name,
there, cutting.
Yeah.
When you get a maiden name or like that type of name, I feel like you lose I feel like your last name don't exist no more. And I'm just thinking like Maurice Jones Drew.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if his name is Maurice Calvin Jones Drew. Like I know I know him as MJD.
So you lose your middle name then. You just keep your two last.
I guess it's just not as important.
Yeah, like
my name is Jones.
That dude name used to be like Robert Paul Griffin. Nice. Robert Griffin the third. Good. The third. That's not the same thing. No.
No.
Sammy Jones Davis. Sammy Davis Jr. See, they robbed that man of his middle name. No? It's not the same.
No. You gotta relax.
I mean, how you feel since you
Clyde Jones Edwards Hilaire. Okay, go ahead anyway.
Or how you feel about Clyde Edwards Hilaire taking his stepdaddy and his daddy last name?
That's man.
That's rough right there.
I feel like
if
that man
did so much. Yes.
I feel like that man made a decision. I feel like Edwards Hilaire made a decision that my stepdaddy did more than my daddy. I think that's what that.
So don't drop your daddy name.
It had to be so much more than his daddy to where he was like, you know what? Yeah. I really, really rock with my stepdaddy, and my daddy. I might like my grandmother or something. Like I still want to carry that name, but my daddy don't do much. But y'all gotta remember, Clyde Edwards Hilaire killed a nigga, dog. Like this, like people be forgetting he smoked a nigga at LSU about 2 years ago.
They bust his head and then came back the next year and went to the league.
Look at God, first round pick.
Look at God.
Would you look at
and he went to the Kansas City Chiefs,
to the Super Bowl champions.
After you kill somebody, the Lord continue to bless you. So that little dude must have deserved to get some to get murked, whoever he did.
And when he met Tyrann Mathieu there, and it was like, hey, I got in trouble at school too, and I'm on the Kansas City Chiefs too.
Hey, and I smoked a whole bunch of weed when they told me to stop. I was smoking weed during my drug test.
Yes, definitely during his drug test. That is exactly what happened. So no, I think Edwards Hilaire is going to be a fool, but I do actually have Darrell Williams in every one of my fantasy leagues. It's just the ultimate insurance. If anything happens to him, I got a top tier running back.
Yeah, and
I got enough depth to just keep him on the bench. that part. Before we get into, I got a big basketball story I want to talk about, but let me just throw two football things out there at your heads. The first thing is it possible that 0 players in the NFL had that COVID?
Ain't no way.
So, NFL players out here like living life regularly. Like it's not like they got a bubble. It is completely feasible to like believe that no one in the NBA had that COVID because they're in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The NFL wouldn't shock me if it came out later in the year that the NFL actually scraped some of the tests under the table. That wouldn't surprise me.
But that's on brand for the NFL though.
Yep.
They're like, listen, NBA getting their money. We need our money. Listen, Roger, I don't give a damn what you talking about. Short of somebody passing out and having a 300-degree fever, these niggas are playing.
They do take weekly COVID tests.
They do. That's what they say.
But
weekly,
weekly every week.
See,
the
NBA was taking them every day. While they was in the bubble, they was taking them every day. I think.
Yeah, well, they take them weekly.
I just don't. It's impossible. It's like a mathematical impossibility. Like to me, I feel like how Ed Orgeron came out last week and was like most of the players for LSU didn't have that thing.
So we good. We good over here.
I think it might be one of them type of situations off top that they didn't report it back for training camp and all the rest of that like a month and a half, 2 months ago, to where it's like all them boys didn't had it. They telling you none of them got it, but they all had it. Like that type of thing. Like,
straight.
I don't know. It just don't make no sense to me. It seems like lies. But I mean, I'm not gonna belabor this point because y'all talked about that bubble, and I want to talk about the bubble story of all bubble stories that we still haven't ever had a chance to get to. The person who decided to risk it all.
Everything.
Danuel House. Man, that is like the best story of the year. I mean, just the wildest story. I mean, best, I don't know, whatever, however we want to call it. They kicked him out of the bubble last week. The Rockets lose every game after you get kicked out.
Yeah. How tall is he?
About 6'8", 6'7", some shit like that.
They needed him.
Yeah, they absolutely needed him.
They needed him bad.
Mr. House left the campus because he was propped the door open and a little chick came up in there and
a COVID tester
was in there for 3 hours.
A COVID tester, man.
That man was married, or is married, or was married. That man wife scrubbed the whole internet of all of the pictures with him and stuff. I don't know, man. Look,
actually, this morning Google put out she asking for $2.6 million a month, and
shut
she
up.
wanted
You're stupid.
$1 million for entertainment.
He ain't got no money like that. Hey, quick questions. I'm just gonna ask y'all the real questions. If that was James Harden, would they have kicked him out the bubble?
Yeah, they ain't anybody worried about it. Yeah. They got him.
Yeah. I mean, if it was
maybe not kick him out, but he'd have missed the game. We'd have found out what happened. If they didn't kick him out, it would have been some type of punishment. Because you gotta look at the end of the day, like the whole thing about the bubble is because that's a lawsuit. They let it work for them people. They let it go in there and come out that room and say something happened that wasn't supposed to happen, or he did whatever. That's the NBA.
Los, I think you're missing the point on this one. She wasn't she wasn't a tester. Like she had worked as as a tester like a month before that or a couple weeks before that, and she wasn't in the bubble no more. So she came back just to go meet that man and snuck in. If she was already in the bubble, then it probably wouldn't have been a thing. She snuck in. But Raj, go back to the original question that I was just saying, Raj. You said that James Harden would have gotten in trouble, but not LeBron James?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just what I believe.
I guess the biggest thing
they don't have cameras on LeBron hallway. He got a whole house to himself.
Well, I guess the biggest thing that I believe is just that nobody would have ever found out if it was LeBron James. It would have never got out. And I don't think that James Harden would have got in trouble either because I don't think it would have ever got out with him either. That's my point.
I think we got out with James Harden.
No, you make valid points. I mean, they're both the star players of their team, and they got a little, they got skin in the game, on them hoes. So, I can
women.
See. I mean, just from making the parallel of. Man, James Harden ain't a nobody either. I'm just going to the ultimate somebody in the league.
Yeah.
I just know. I am 100%.
1,000%
I say 99% sure that LeBron James wouldn't have been in the same position. But, I'm a little bit less about James Harden, but maybe to the point he may not have gotten caught either.
So that means
top 5.
That lady had to keep her badge because that means she walked up there by herself.
I don't know all of the logistics of it. I just know that man, when it first happened, Tyson Chandler came out and said, nah, she was coming to see me.
Mm-hmm.
And they went.
That's a good friend, right?
They
there,
went and watched the
That's a
video.
good friend.
Mm-hmm. They went
because he didn't matter.
Yeah, well,
That's a good friend, though.
he went and watched the video, and they was like, nah. She went to his room. You the one who propped the door open, brother. We know who it was. We know what you did.
He a good friend. Trying to say that man marriage.
I don't know, man. Listen. So I was having this whole long thought about how wild the NBA is. To have them boys in the bubble for 2 and 3 months and not allow like conjugal visits and none of the rest of that stuff because they in this bubble. Man, then I read the stories. Them boys could bring their girlfriends or wives to the bubble if they wanted to.
For the second round, I believe.
Yeah, I know. So that means that man could have brought his
around
wife.
the time that Danuel House had homegirl in his
wife
room,
could have been up
he
there.
could have had his wife in there.
This is the definition of risking it all.
So how you get kicked out then?
What you mean how he get kicked out?
I'm saying if you could bring somebody there.
I don't think it could be just somebody. Yeah, I think it had to be like a girlfriend, significant other, like something.
Because they use the term girlfriend or spouse.
Okay, so if you got a spouse, I guess you're not allowed to have a girlfriend.
And obviously, if he propping open the door for her to come in, no, Lou Will had 2 bitches, but if he
both his spouses.
What I'm saying is, if he propping open the door, then you're not doing it the right way, the way that you're not filling out the paperwork.
Yeah, okay, got you.
You're doing something nefarious, and you got his ass caught. But it's risking it all because that man was like undrafted and everything. Cutting this, like this was his chance to be like a pivotal player in the playoffs and get a payday and everything else. Cutting, I need to hit that thing, Cutting. I need to hit that thing, Cutting. Period.
Now. I don't care. Hey, where you at? You at the gate? Bet. You still got your old badge? Bet. I'm going to prop the door open because I don't want to go in the hallway or nothing. And it's, you know where it's at.
What if she didn't let that man come down? What if she went in there and told that man, I'm just here to kick it.
Nah.
We got time for all that.
It'd have been domestic violence in that end. Think about that. You done risk it all, you ain't bust? Come on, man. And I hope it was wild, too. Like 50 Shades of Grey dad in there.
That man is going to, it sucks.
It's millions.
It sucks that he chose, that he made that decision. That's some of the wildest shit
millions,
ever. Let me ask you the other elephant in the room. Why did that man spell his name Danuel? Kind of like Timothy Danuel House. Daniel.
The same reason why Dwayne Wade spelled his name however he spelled his name.
Still
haven't figured that one out. Dwanye.
But see, that's his mama and them. That boy didn't wake up and spell his name. His mama spelled the name like that.
Daniel, so. How you spell Manuel? Like that, yeah, like Manuel, but with a D.
Like Manuel.
Danuel.
He might not be from here. Where you from?
Man, he from Houston, Texas, boy.
Texas.
Oh, that Third Ward? I'm talking about where you from? From like Third Ward? You from Fifth? That sounds like a Fifth Ward name.
Sound like an East Side. You're from Galena Park.
Sound like Fifth, yeah. Channel View.
Daniel. Hey, Raj, what Chubb told you in the store?
Daniel. All them niggas wearing that polo. All them niggas wearing all that other stuff. Daniel.
That Daniel.
And of course, he was referring to Daniel Cremu.
That Daniel, boy. Yeah.
And that's how you say that? I've never seen a Daniel Cremu. That's what I
call it Cremo.
You call it Cremo?
Cremo, Cutting.
It's always been Cremu to me for some reason.
It probably is Cremu. Daniel. I just call it that Daniel ever since y'all told me that story. Los, you do know what we were referring to.
I have absolutely no clue.
I'm surprised. It's like what Dillard's Dillard's, right?
It was Dillard's. Daniel Cremu is in Dillard's.
CREMIUX.
Oh, nah.
It's like when you go and it's polo on one side, then the other side is Daniel.
Oh,
Daniel.
Them little sections.
Daniel be having like all kind of stuff. Daniel be having like crawfishes on his stuff, man. Just let you know. Y'all can get that Ralph all y'all want. We do it a little different where I'm from. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, man, that's why they got 0 positive cases in the NBA, because they don't let them boys do nothing. That's why that goes back to the reason why the NFL is just lying through their damn teeth.
But I mean, hey, them boys can't take no lie detector test or raise their right hand in court, put their hand on their Bible in court. They going to jail.
Yeah, none of that.
Come on, man.
None of that is true. Let me run 2 other NFL stories while I got a chance. These are all good stories because they're not all about just sports, right? Like Roger said earlier, these aren't stick to sports stories. These are some different stuff. What do y'all think about this? Everybody got like they can in the NFL they could all put a social justice thing on the back of their helmet, right? And I was like let me see what everybody see. And I saw like even Sean Payton had Breonna Taylor on this thing, and I'm like, okay, so it's got like a whole bunch of people doing stuff. So what y'all think about Alejandro Villanueva for the Steelers? Did y'all hear about what he did?
He covered his up with somebody from the military, right?
Yeah. While the game was happening, it just caught my eye because I'm looking for those things now, and I saw he had something on the back of his helmet. I was like, "Who is Antoine Rose Jr.?" No, I'm sorry, Antoine Rose Jr. It said Alwyn Cash, and I looked up Alwyn Cash, and it was like Alwyn Cash was in the military and he caught on fire trying to save some people, and he got like a silver heart and he died.
Was he black?
Yeah, he was black.
Oh, okay.
And I said, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. But it caught my eye because it was Alejandro Villanueva. And I know Alejandro Villanueva has a history of hating the whole Black Lives Matter movement and everything else like that. He a Hispanic dude, which is all too common. Hispanic dudes who hate black people, who feel like Black lives shouldn't matter and whatever. It's a real thing.
All lives should matter. If any, it should be us.
Exactly. That type of shit.
Or he identifies as a white man. Either one.
Both. He's the dude who last year or 2 years ago when Trump said the shit and all of the Steelers decided not to come out for the national anthem, he came out by himself with the flag. That's him. But then too,
I think he one of the people who just don't like doing what everybody else doing.
True enough.
Like people like that who purposely go against everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
because the whole rest of the Steelers had Antoine Rose Jr. on the back of their helmet. Yeah. Every other player on the team.
They did?
Yeah.
All right.
So wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. You said all of that about Villanueva. I didn't know that Villanueva. I thought Villanueva was like in the military or something like that.
He might have been
already. I'm pretty sure he was in the military, and maybe that's just what he wanted to. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay, so coming back to it full circle, I can definitely articulate what I think is wrong with it. Okay. What I think is wrong with it is that I think it's disingenuous, and I think he's using Alwyn Cash as like his way to say Black lives don't matter. In this way, I'm not gonna get bullied or made like the rest of my team have to put Antoine Rose Jr., this 17-year-old kid who got shot by the police in Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna do that because if I do it, then all of my people who support me for like coming out with the flag and the military is the most important thing are gonna say I sold out. So what can I do to buck the system and not put this black kid's name on my helmet? Oh, I'm going to put a soldier because soldiers are more important than these people who get killed by the police because they put their lives on the line for this country.
For our country.
And this is the sentiment that he's coming with. But what makes it trifling to me and disingenuous is that you pick a black soldier. Because he feels like I pick a black soldier, so now you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing to me because I still think Black lives matter. Black lives if they're fighting for this country. And I think that it was so transparent to me that the motives were I'm gonna pick a black soldier so y'all can't say nothing about me. When as soon as I saw it, I was like, fuck that dude, man. That dude is like I don't like that, man. It's literally to me saying I can't fathom Black Lives Matter being a thing. I'd rather you just not put nothing on your helmet. Or
I was about to say
or whatever. Then try to
don't just
use
go
the
against
black
the grain like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Because My thing is with that whole thing, that is not the reason why any of this is going on. Nobody is against the country or saying people who fight for the country don't matter. That's not what we're saying. Like, that's what I don't understand about people like that. They're still not getting the message. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what else you can say or help them to get unless he get pulled over by the laws and get treated some kind of way. You know what I mean? I think certain people, that's the only way they going to understand what we're talking about. You know what I mean? If you got to be a black man for a day or even 30 minutes, it don't take long. You know what I mean? And then you get treated, then I think you will see if you look through our eyes. But, I mean, the whole thing, you just dismissing the whole point of why people are doing this and why the country's in the outrage right now. Like, uproar right now. I just, it's stupid.
I mean, I just personally think all of that is a guess.
I don't know. And that's fine that you think that.
Nah.
That's fine.
Nah.
That's fine.
That's what it
it's
is.
It's a guess. I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I just think it's a guess. And if that man wanted to put a military person on his helmet, then that's just what he wanted.
They should have told him no.
Honestly,
I don't think you can do that.
Honestly, at the end of the day,
I don't necessarily want his freedoms to be taken.
Honestly, at the end of the day, man, y'all can believe what you want to believe. Honestly, everybody has their own opinion, right? I think it's laughable that is so transparent, but it is a guess, right? But his track record is one that leads me to believe that does against the team for the second time, like outright against the team and outright against what the team wants to do when in regards to Black lives. It's pretty evident. Like you fooled me once, shame on you. Fooled me twice, shame on me. And I just like you, Raj, you're 1,000% right on this part. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It's a free country. Like literally, like I'm not sitting here advocating to take away his freedoms and not allow him to do it. I want him to do what he feels like doing. But I don't want him to be like was Alan Cash in his damn like, you know what I mean? Like, was he in his thing? He used to be an Army Ranger. Nope. Nope. Not tried to save it. No, I'm reading. Nope. Didn't know him personally. None of that. I mean, I don't know. It's just whatever. It isn't the first time this veteran lineman publicly broke away from the team's supposedly unified decision for his own reasons. Like this is verbatim what the articles say. I don't know. It's like he's making it about himself, and it's fine because at the end of the day, I know what he's gonna want to do. He's probably gonna retire and want to run for office as a Republican and say, and get out there and say, yes, I stood for my country when nobody else would. I mean,
white man, please accept this Hispanic.
He got. Listen, somebody feels that way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody on the Saints feels that way. Somebody on the Vikings feel that way. Somebody on the Texans feel that way. They just don't all come out and say it. My thing is, my biggest thing with it is just I wish it just felt dirty to me. But like you said, it is a guess. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming. Might not be right.
But my thing I mean, yes, he died at war fighting for his country, but everybody know when you go to war, they don't guarantee you no safety or they about to protect you. We're talking about people who died at the hands of people who were supposed to protect the serve. You know what I mean? So that's totally different. You know what I mean? So that guy blew up fighting for his country, yes. But you putting him on the back and we talking about a whole other issue. The names on the back of the helmets for a completely different issue.
And that's the question.
Than a guy dying over in what you call it.
And that's the question I wanted to ask you, Raj. Like before we switch topics. That's the real question I want to ask you. Do you think that he missed the point?
I mean, so, I just think, like you said, he could have put nothing. But he put something that was near and dear to him. And that's how I just decided to look at it. That's just near and dear to him. I understand what you're saying about track record and all of that. But if he put nothing, I think he would have still gotten criticism. Like, so he just put something that he felt, because we couldn't do this last year. I'm going to put something that is near and dear to me. So, no, I don't think he necessarily missed the point.
The only reason they're able to do it is because of what's going on. That's why they allow him to do it. I don't think that he missed the point. I just think that he did something that resonated with him a little bit more than Black Lives Matter. I would have liked to see him with Antoine Rose on there too.
but it doesn't hurt my feelings that he didn't have it. I don't care about Alejandro Villanueva.
Yeah, I know.
It's news. It's news that he did what he did, and to me, it just kind of shouldn't be.
I mean, when he did the thing with the flag before, he came out and said that he was embarrassed because he made the organization look bad, his coach look bad, and his teammates look bad. That was in 2017. But he obviously don't learn his lesson.
Well, I honestly, like, I read that too. And when I read that, I was like, I would probably respect this dude a little bit more if he wouldn't have did that. If he'd have just been like, look, man, I was in the military. I'm going to stand for the flag. Like, if that's just how so what, my team didn't, none of my teammates fought in Afghanistan like I did. So I'm going to stand for the flag. That's just what I want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he came back and was like, I was embarrassed. I was out there by myself. I feel bad that I did that to my team. I don't know. Like, this dude to me is kind of all over the place. So I don't really know. Like, I really don't jump to like him just being anti Black Lives Matter. That's not the first thing I say. I just think he just all over the place.
It can't be nothing else to me.
That's a very, 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 very good point. I think people who are out here listening to the podcast, I want to get your feedback. Do y'all think him doing that means that he's definitely anti-Black matter and Black Lives Matter? Because I absolutely think so. I absolutely think that statement means that. That's what it means to me. That
all these listeners, they don't
do
participate. Right? We're going to get 5 people, the same people who all respond. Our listeners don't like to participate with us.
I don't know. It's like when Jacob Blake got killed and he didn't get killed, I'm sorry, when he got shot a bunch, and like all of the baseball teams just walked off. Like they came out for the national anthem and then they just walked off. If one player would have just went out there and was like, I'm still about to pitch my game. Mm-hmm. I don't care what everybody else do. I'm about to just do my own thing. You'd be like, dog, why are you doing that? You're doing that because you're basically saying, I don't care about what y'all are protesting.
Exactly.
I mean, I just think that he at least has a base. Like, you think that his base is baseless, but I think that the fact that he fought in the country, like, I think that means something to him. I mean, that's just what I think. Can I? And I think it's easy for him to prove that.
Yeah, and can I just say one? Like, I'm just gonna say this one other parallel. What if another player would have came out and just wrote Jesus Christ on the back of his thing, right?
Soldier Slim. Free C Murder.
Listen. Los, everything you just said is what I mean. Like if Darius Geis had Free C Murder on the back of his helmet, would you be like, damn, you missing the point? That's not what this is about. Man. And would you be saying like, well, that's what's important to that man. That man wanted Free C Murder.
It's totally different, dog. It's a whole different thing.
That man wanted Free C Murder.
Now, look, let somebody put on there, Darius Geis come back with Boosie need his IG back. Come on, man. You know, the only reason they let you put those things on the back of your helmet is for to be able. Come on, and you just gonna go buck, man. I ain't
Roger, if you don't see the humor in somebody having Free C on the back of their
come on, man.
Leonard Fournette, the dumb way. No, bro, you can't put that on the back of your helmet. Stop it.
I mean, my only rebuttal.
Give Kanye his masters.
I mean, it's easy to like to go there and make
it.
It is
nigga. It is the same thing. It is
this
the
ain't
same
the XFL,
thing.
man.
I started with Jesus Christ, and if Taysom Hill had Jesus Christ on the back of his helmet because he says or he probably Mormon, so he wouldn't say Jesus Christ. Brigham Young because he's got a track record of being Mormon, and that's very important to him. Like you just said that. It's very important to Villanueva, the soldiers. Like, we would all say that he's missing the point.
But I wouldn't say that. Like I get the Free C Murder thing and the Boosie's IG, like all of that is like just jokes and humor.
No,
if Tim
it's
Tebow,
the same.
No. I just choose. You just agree to disagree. I think if Tim Tebow was still in the league, that's way practical. If Tim Tebow was in the league and he put Jesus Christ on the back of his helmet,
I guarantee he would.
I would not think that he was anti-Black Lives Matter.
I would. If he put Jesus Christ on the back of his thing, I definitely would. That is not the point of the little words being on the back of your helmet.
Whose point is it?
I'm saying
like,
if an NBA player
the NFL
in the bubble,
let them put those messages on the back of their helmet for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Let me hear what you have to say, Al.
I'm saying if one of these NBA players in the bubble, like, and you could put these things on the back of your jersey, said something that just was completely different than the point of what they're talking about, we'd say the same thing. That they're missing the point.
But don't you think that someone would have done that? I think someone would have done that if they would have let them. But they
would have been missing the point.
They didn't let them know. I just think someone would have did it. I think someone would have wrote their own message if they would have let them. Right. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Especially if it's something like Jesus Christ or some dude that fought in the military warned by some other dude that fought. Yeah, I just don't think that that's the same thing. As free C murder and the dumb way.
It's buku dudes that have fought in the military and lost their life trying to save people. So,
and ain't buku dudes in the NFL that fought in the military.
No, I said I know that, but I'm saying it's still buku dudes who fought in the military. My whole thing is, dog, that ain't the point at all to have that's not the message that NFL agreed to have on the back of the helmet. So why would you go way left with it like that, bro? Either don't do nothing or stick to it at all. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that's way left. It might be way left for you, but it's not way left for that man.
It's way left.
That's all I'm saying. Sometimes way left ain't Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ not way left for everybody.
Way left is when we talking about Black Lives Matter and you talking about a damn soldier who lost his life trying to save some people at war.
Okay.
Two totally different things.
What if that man don't think that's way left? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I just don't think, like, I think way left is for you. Maybe that's way left, but that's not way left for that man. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's cool.
I think that when we talk about these polarizing issues, is hard. I'm envious of the fact that you can see the good in things that obviously look that way. I mean, I envy you, Roger, in that way a lot. Like, I really do. I really do. No, because I can't see it that way. I can't, like, I'm not wired to see it that way. My life experience doesn't allow me to see it that way. I can't see it I can't see something that seems so clear and blatant to me as innocuous, and he's making a decision because he's just like, I love the military so much that I have to go against this teenager who got killed by the police, and the rest of my team and the rest of my team wants to glorify this teenager who got killed by the police and bring light to it. And as a team, we've all decided, and I feel
and the
so
whole reason
strongly.
They let us put those missions on the back of that.
Yeah, and I feel so strongly about this soldier that I'm gonna put him instead because it's just that's very important to me. I wish I could see it as that, but his track record of what he's done in the past, and the climate of our country and everything else just doesn't allow me to see it that way. So, like I said, I'm envious that you can, because I can't see it that way.
I'm hearing you, and I guess I appreciate that if that's somewhat of a compliment. I just wonder what you mean by his track record. Like, so he stood up for the flag whenever the rest of the team didn't. But like I said, he fought in the military, and I can understand that. Like, I mean, I'm saying I get what you're saying. I'm here with you, but I just can see him standing for the flag, and I could see him being the only one, him specifically being the only one that stood for the flag. So, like, if his track record is standing for the flag, I don't judge him for that. There's still people that do stand for the flag. Like, there's still people that do. The name on the back of the helmet, I don't think that one man not wearing that name hindered the fact that light was trying to be brought on Antoine Rose Jr.
That's not
like I said. I think that man, that this should not be news, and that we should be talking about Antoine Rose Jr. We should be saying his name rather than the fact that
Antoine Rose
we saying Cash's name. Like,
Antoine Rose Jr.'s mother came out and criticized Villanueva, saying that, let me be very, 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 very clear. The Pittsburgh Steelers took a team vote. Obviously, one person didn't like the results, so they choose to do something different. I have nothing against vets and absolutely appreciate everything they do and continue to do for us. But this one person showed us exactly who he is, and obviously he didn't approve of how that vote turned out. She said that Mike Tomlin and Villanueva's teammates, she's going to leave it up to them to address. But, I mean, it's just like...
So Mike Tomlin knew.
No.
Apparently. We're reading articles Mike Tomlin knew.
He taped it. He put tape over it and covered it up.
Yeah.
And wrote it.
Yes.
Oh, no. Mike Tomlin knew about it though. Like Mike Tomlin knew. There was other players that were surprised, but like I said, if we're reading articles, Mike Tomlin knew about it.
Okay.
So like all I'm saying is and also what Antoine Rose Jr.'s mom says is not gospel to me, because my mama might say the same thing. My mama would be like, why this boy ain't wearing my, like, nah, I would expect that man mama to say that. That doesn't necessarily like ring a bell for me. Like that doesn't help the situation for me to try to understand it in your light. That his mom.
No. I guess it's a thing, right? I mean, I'm not at a point. I think I'm just kind of just reiterating and kind of giving more points. I think that those people who are listening, who kind of understand the nuance to what was happening here, have already formulated the opinion. And I think at a point it was just trying to kind of get you to see it that way. But I don't think that that's going to happen. So there's another story that was happening this week, and it's another story with race relations. So we'll see how we see this one. Alex Villanueva, not Alejandro Villanueva, is LA sheriff, Los Angeles County sheriff. After the 2 police got shot last week, he came out and said he pressured LeBron James to match the donations of $175,000 to search for the shooter who wounded the 2 police officers. Saying that you say all of this and that about social justice and whatever, but 2 police officers got shot. We put up $75,000. We've raised $100,000 extra, so you should match that and show us with your actions, like that you care about police getting shot.
Man, listen, when y'all put that same energy into black men getting shot and black women getting shot by police, unarmed black women and men getting shot by police, then we can talk. Other than that, man, nobody trying to hear that stupid shit, dog. Y'all ain't putting no money for these families with these kids that grow up without a father for the rest of their life. You don't hear the household. Come on, man. That's so crazy, dog. I'm glad LeBron ain't fall for that bait.
If the context, I don't know the context of it, but if that man just got on TV or wherever it was and said, I challenge LeBron James, like if that, like he started his sentence off with that, or one of his sentences in a paragraph with, I challenge LeBron James specifically to do this. Nah, come on, bro. Like that's, I think you gotta pick and choose your battles, and like you gotta let LeBron James make that decision. Now, if LeBron James came out and said, "Hey, I don't agree with this going on. I'm a match the pledge," I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't bark at it.
But it's some slick shit, man.
You can't ask LeBron James. Yeah, that is very slick. Yes, that is
trying to change it. Yeah, trying to. Okay, I'm glad. What? That's a shot at
the Black Lives Matter movement to me to be like, okay, y'all want to talk all this shit? How about your match this one? I'm with you on that one.
Okay, that shit crazy and disrespectful. LeBron didn't reply yet, did he, Al?
Nah, I think all them Villanuevas is some fuckboys. But honestly,
with you on that.
No, but Vanessa Bryant came out.
Oh, I saw that.
And talking about Villanueva, you're trying to call out LeBron James, but you're not even calling out your own department who was leaking photos of the helicopter crash when Kobe died. And like she went in on that man.
I'm talking like 5-6 tweets in on that man. Mm-hmm. She said y'all couldn't even protect the crime scene, the crash scene. Yeah. She was letting them have it. And this is what you want to do? Call out him and try to check his pocket? Yeah. She probably.
So no, this was. I'm gonna give y'all this exact quote. It was like, I want to make a challenge. This challenge is to LeBron James. I want you to match that and double that reward because I know you care about law enforcement. You expressed a very, very interesting statement about your perspective on race relations and officer-involved shootings and the impact it has on the African American community, and I appreciate that. But likewise, we need to appreciate the respect for life goes across professions, across race. And I'd like to see LeBron James step up to the plate and double that. But I won't wait.
Wow. Ooh. I didn't see that part. I didn't see the I won't wait part. Yeah, he's slick capping. LeBron, don't even respond, man. Send Gloria James over there. Nah, you can't let her respond. She ignorant.
Nah, they was wilding on him. I just think it's so many like. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all care about what Vanessa Bryant said or if her opinion matters. But that's what she said. She was going in because that same group of officers is what was doing nefarious stuff with Kobe's remains, and doesn't seem like the best.
Yep.
But I mean,
but you want him to match 175.
Yeah.
And if his son got stopped on the what's the little highway they got out there?
The one
late at night in the wrong spot. The wrong officer.
The Pacific Coast Highway? No.
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know.
The PCH. Oh.
Yeah.
They got one more NFL story that I definitely want to touch on. Because we've already talked about this kind of thing. Y'all know that they trying to sue Deshaun Watson this week? Or not even trying to. Oh. They sued him. Did y'all see that?
Yeah. What was it for? I forgot.
For using his own pictures of him on his own Instagram.
Oh, yeah. He posted his own pictures of himself on Instagram. Yeah. It's like it's like 4 million. Huh?
We talked about this with somebody else.
Yeah, I know we have. That's why I'm like, this is so wild. This is so wild. People keep doing this. Keep suing people for putting pictures of themselves.
Posting pictures of themselves.
I think it needs to be a rule. If it's me, I can post a picture of me. Stop it.
It must be a lucrative business, though.
100% agree with you. If it's a picture of me and I post a picture of me, like I own my rights. Like I should own my face in the people that take a picture of my face. I should own that. But
if somebody drew a big fire picture of me, I can't have it.
You gonna keep it?
That's different. But also, I want to say this. From what I understand, after a football game, the NFL has a site, like I got an NFL player access site that I can go to and I could get. There's so many. All I got to do is type my name in, if I'm an NFL player, of course, and there's hundreds of pictures of me. So of course, if I was a football player, I would not use independent pictures to avoid.
Well, them pictures
was fire though. Them bitches had steam coming up.
But I know y'all watch football and you see them big old lenses that they be having on the side. Man, them pictures fire too. So if I got a fire,
all of not NFL people
picture,
though.
Why would I need another 10 out of 10 picture? I'm gonna just use the fire one, the free one.
I don't know,
but I don't have to deal with people.
That's crazy. If somebody take a picture of you while you playing football. You got, and it's his picture. He don't work for the NFL. He wants you to pay him to get that picture from you. And he think that picture that he took, them 2 pictures he posted, 1 picture he posted, were $4 million.
I think it was
4
3
or 2.
It was 3 pictures, but they suing him for that loot. That's not how much money he wants.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying, so that means he think them pictures worth that much.
I guess so.
It's crazy.
So if you had the fire picture or the garbage one, like you said they all fire pictures. But if it was
all fire,
but if like the one that the independent dude was just looked a little bit better, would you pay?
How much we talking though?
Not doing it.
It's already done. Now cue up that music for Nothin NICE to say.
They say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say with Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I wear a disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make it scream out in public, make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring. See, this looks like a public service announcement to everyone who takes rap lyrics literally. I don't cook. I don't clean. It may be good enough to get you that ring, but evidently it may be a deterrent from allowing you to keep that marriage going. And fellas, look, if she don't cook or clean, is she wifey material? I'm not saying that these older gender roles are like a real thing, because she very well may be the breadwinner, cut the grass and change flat tires. I'm just saying that cooking and cleaning should be equally distributed chores between partners. I know. They got a bunch of money, so maybe they got a Benson, a Jeffrey, and Alice coming to the house and cleaning up behind them and making brunch. But that don't stop her from leaving toothpaste in the sink and not flushing the toilet. I'm not saying she did all of that, but I am saying this. I don't remember too many Offset lyrics about being bad at things he does as a husband. That would be grounds for divorce. On Cloud, I remember he said, swapping out cars with my bitch. I gave her the Lambo, she bought me the Wraith. You know? And that's not to mention all that cash that was in the refrigerator gift. He seems like a good Instagram husband. Maybe that WAP was that good that she didn't have to make the bed, warm up some Hot Pockets, or run some water in the glass to rinse it out when she got it out the cabinet. Or maybe that only buys you about 2-3 years worth of a semi-faithful relationship. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about the Cardi B of not picking up behind yourself, getting this and filing for this divorce. So I won't say nothing at all.
And I will say, if you don't cook and you don't clean, that really might not be your ring. You might be holding it for somebody.
When they be like, what you won't do, another woman gonna do. Come on, man, you don't even cook or clean, bro. What you talking about?
No, especially when you don't cook, that's crazy. Or clean, that's wild. Even if you got money, unless you got maids that live in it all, your room get dirty. You just gonna leave it like that?
I don't know. I think some of it's weird. It's got to be weird to be in a little celebrity relationship, especially when the woman is kind of like, I mean, I don't know if Cardi B do the things she says she do. I mean, obviously, a lot of that's just rap. A lot of that's just rap. But what is it? What is she really like as a wife? As like a partner? Is she nurturing? Is she ever there? Is she doing a bunch of, like, is she helping around the house? Is she doing whatever?
So you saying we think he cheated again?
She's saying like irreconcilable differences, like potentially like that man was cheating again. But maybe not.
You know what's funny? In the real world, if both of them weren't celebrities, they'd be perfect for each other. Like if both of them didn't wear Balenciaga, had the best wigs, had the best makeup artists, didn't get their teeth fixed, were just regular, just say they just regular working people. They'd be perfect.
Los, I tend to disagree with you because she don't cook or clean. So this is where I'm at right now. Like, right,
I feel like she would though.
Big celebrity, rich celebrities. I would imagine that they're both wildly filthy rich. I'm thinking to myself, if I was filthy rich like that, I probably wouldn't cook or clean either. But what I would expect is for you to learn. Like if I got all that time on my hands like that, and I know they work hard to a certain extent, I would probably want her to be a little studious and try to learn how to do some things, like how to cook. The cleaning thing, man, you said a maid living in there, bro. If I was that rich, I could have a maid every 2 days. And shit'll
but in 2 days,
no, I mean, in that yes, Los, you're absolutely right. If in 2 days she don't clean up nothing, that means she might not throw away diapers. She might not be. She might not pick up behind her goddamn self. She might go in the kitchen.
The counters be dirty in the kitchen.
That kind of shit.
Makeup, like dog.
Well, then how many days? 1 day? Two. If I really like this woman, I mean, we need to get her 1 day or something.
A living Jeffrey.
I don't know how Cardi B cleaning up, like, that don't seem kind of surreal.
Okay, so
like,
that
she a woman.
No, she oh wow, Los. So
no, I didn't mean like that. I'm just saying, like, most women are clean. Like, you can't just not clean up. You give a damn. Just because you rich or you Cardi B don't mean you're not human. That's what I meant. I didn't mean she's a woman, she's supposed to clean up. I didn't mean like that.
All I'm saying is it's got to be annoying. Like, you got to do certain stuff regular. Like, even if y'all got all that money, like, y'all both can't just be sitting at the house and then, like she got to be able to wipe her ass. I'm just, like, I'm saying it in a way that's, like, you need to be
clean
at
the
least...
tub out, something.
At least minimally clean is all I'm saying.
Man.
Just trying.
Man.
And I don't know.
Make
you don't think she minimally clean?
I don't know. We don't know.
Obviously
she
not.
don't cook. She don't clean.
At all. Damn.
So...
She don't brush her teeth.
They be getting
nothing.
She just dirty.
She don't wipe the boogers out of her eyes. She just put makeup over the lashes over the boogers in her eye.
And I'm saying all of this not because we really think this about Cardi B, but more so because I want people to kind of think about, like, celebrity, in that we see what we see on TV, we see what we see on the video, we see what we see on the Balenciaga ads, but What if she just like trifling to be around? Man,
That
married.
shit aggravating, man.
Like,
But they was married for 3 years.
I know, cut.
3 years.
That man might have put up with it for 3 years because she Cardi B, cut.
Yeah. And then too,
But
Cardi.
I'm saying he's offset.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like he's nobody.
That's why he was cheating.
I might put up with it for 3 years.
That's why he was cheating.
Yeah. But like, I think Cardi B, she also one of the people who flash out, like see something and then be like, I'm over, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm getting divorced. Like, she one of them people get mad and take it overboard and then mess around and be back 3-4 months later. So, I mean, she's still a hood chick inside.
She don't cook, she don't clean.
Yeah, that ain't a real good hood chick. I just said she a hood chick.
She cook, she clean, she don't smell like onion rings. That's just what
that would be a better chick.
Yeah. She's still married now. That same chick you was talking about, she married.
Right? I don't know, man. It's funny because I saw people posting like the video that the chick that we talked about on the podcast a long time ago. You remember? She's like, I didn't know their marriage was that serious. I'm like, why y'all posting that today? Like, why y'all posting that today? Right. Come on, it's an old. The internet people are terrible.
Nah, they got time too. They went back and found that. You know how much stuff happened between that time?
It was like 2018. It's been a minute.
You know how much stuff that happened on Twitter between now and 2018? Come on, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of things have happened on Twitter between now and 2018. Yeah. A good bit. Yeah. Oh, man. Just one other thing that I'm going to touch on. I don't know. I was going to talk about Andrew Gillam, but I don't think y'all up to speed on that. But that man basically saying...
Oh, that boy said identify as bisexual.
Oh, so y'all up to speed. Well, there you go, Los. Why he had his wife up there looking crazy with him, though?
I mean, when you say you identify as bisexual, who else you gonna have next to you? Your homeboy?
The dude that you with.
No, gotta be your wife. Because you gotta paint the narrative that she known, she cool with it. You can't say I'm bisexual and your wife didn't know. She got to be up there like I knew. Just like Will Smith had to sit there with Jada, she got to sit there with him.
That woman could be like, no, he could tell you, wife, man, why would you? I don't know. He was cheating. That part not right if you bisexual or not, man. Like,
I agree, but he was on meth too.
He said he wasn't on no drugs. They had that meth all on the ground.
Put that meth everywhere. Nope, sir, I'm sober as hell. No, it's right there by your foot.
That man got caught up in a big wild situation, cutting a big I'm bisexual. That is not what that means. Yeah. I don't believe in it, but I mean, it's possible you could be bisexual. I just think
I don't think he a bad man.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I just think he like men, and he got a wife that he like her. He probably don't like women,
and she cool with the lifestyle. She got her little side dude. As long as he be quiet, probably Tony.
August.
And, yeah, he's a great one. Yeah, that's always a win. And as long as he be quiet and don't put that man's secret out there, and she don't pillow talk, you know, the man might be able to get back to power.
Yeah, I just don't know too many women who gonna be like, I'm okay with that. Just come on out and say you're bisexual, man. Listen to everybody.
Or it be some women who might empathize with it and know that him being in power is a struggle for a black man because he's damaged and he's a meth head at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that man career over. I feel like that man gonna resurface now, couldn't? Like, yeah,
bisexual was the right one.
Yeah, maybe not win no political office, but that man probably gonna end up on like BET, a little correspondent.
Damn, no, I think he gonna be higher than that. He'll get back in office because you know it's more gays out here than you really know.
You might
not gays, bisexual.
Same thing. That's part of the LGBT.
Oh my god, you just
community.
threw that in there.
That man gonna be the mayor.
Part of the community.
That man gonna be the mayor of Atlanta.
Hands down, the first Steph Curry victory for the mayor race. Unanimous.
That dude unanimous. Keisha Lance Bottoms loses to Andrew Gillam in a surprise.
She got 3 votes.
She got 3 votes. Boy said she got 3 votes. Stop it. Man, wow. Man.
T.I. and Killer Mike, all I one voted for.
Y'all can resurrect that man's career, dog. Send that man to Atlanta.
That boy went to the right, but that's a good move. He went to the right community. I tell you, that's a win.
That's funny.
That's the right community to go to when you need help.
The black community and then the black gay community. Oh yeah, they're gonna.
No. You go to the gay community first. LGBTQMP plus. You go to them first. Then you make your way back to the blacks, but you go to them first.
Oh, I just saw something on TV and it said, "Oh no, week 1 COVID results: 2 new confirmed positive tests amongst players." I just saw that.
Just 2.
Yeah.
So what
2.
they doing? They using Carlos math.
It's probably Danuel House and Daniel Home. Two random niggas who you don't see.
Clowns. Yeah, but it's really Tom Brady. He'll give somebody random. Hey man, you gotta go. What you mean? The 50th player on the squad. Yeah, you got it.
Probably Charlie Villanueva.
It might be. When he used somebody pen he wasn't supposed to write this bullshit on the back of his helmet.
It is what it is, man. Hey, look, as always, man, if y'all didn't last week, go tell Rumble happy birthday. One time for one time. Hopefully,
B-Day Rumble.
Hopefully the boy had a good one, man. Look, keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay safe in these streets. Stay out the way. But still,
wear your mask.
Wear your mask, but have your time. Watch some.
Stay out the club.
Watching some football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole 9, man. But look, until next time, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Bow. Make it a best friend weekend.
Bow, bow, bow.
And we out.
Bow, 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 bow. That's the villain in the way, man.